The Arcturian Group, everyone is feeling the change. Welcome, dear readers. Always know that it is our joy and privilege to serve you in this way. We understand the frustrations of being spiritually evolved while living in a world that for the most part is not. We honor you who have chosen to be a vital component of Earth's ascension process. Fear nothing in the outer scene but rather trust that everything is a necessary part of an unfolding divine plan. In order for Earth to once again reflect who and what she really is, the old and dense creations of a three-dimensional collective consciousness must dissolve into the nothingness from which they came. Everyone is feeling change and it is leaving many confused and resistant. When a person knows what to expect from the foundation they have built for themselves, they feel safe even when that foundation consists entirely of concepts. Most of you have built a foundational life plan that has for the most part, worked. However, many of you are now finding or have already found that your carefully tended life plan is no longer working as it once did and that the foundation you so carefully built from what you believe to be your highest good is cracking physically, emotionally, mentally, and even spiritually. Allow trust to be your strength, protection, and guide. Trust that in spite of the troubling global and personal issues that continue to arise, there really is a divine plan and everyone is in the midst of experiencing it as their higher self deems necessary. It is very easy to accept truth intellectually when life is going along as planned, but actually believing, accepting, and living it becomes difficult when one's familiar lifestyle and belief system begins to crumble. Trust. Not a trust in three-dimensional concepts that come and go, but a trust that arises from knowing that everything is proceeding according to a divine plan and that you are a divine being in physical form who chose to assist. Always remember that your higher self is ever present overseeing your life, guiding, and drawing to you the experiences necessary for your soul growth. How you interpret these experiences depends upon what you hold in consciousness as reality. The dense and erroneous creations that have long ruled Earth were created from states of consciousness conditioned with beliefs of duality, separation, and two powers. Many of these creations are beginning to dissolve in the presence of the high-frequency energy now streaming to Earth as well as from the light of many highly evolved individuals now on Earth. Three-dimensional creations are always temporary because they are mind-formed concepts without divine law to maintain and sustain them. Divine consciousness God and everything embodied within it is infinite and permanent, held in place by divine law. Divine consciousness knows only itself because it is all that exists. If disease, suffering, or etc. were a part of divine consciousness they would exist permanently never to be changed or healed. When you say that a person is kind or loving, know that it is not the person who is kind or loving but rather that God qualities are flowing through the person. In and of themselves human beings have no intelligence, wisdom, health, love, harmony, peace, etc. of their own. These are God qualities embodied in and expressing through individuals as their state of consciousness allows. Those who live and act fully from separation have for some reason closed their hearts, blocking the flow of love, energy, and the divine qualities within them. Because like attracts like, those living from a low vibrational level attract similar energy from those on the other side who have also closed themselves to love and need to draw energy from others. When someone accused of a serious crime says that a voice told them to do it, it is probably true because the human has opened themselves to this sort of energy attachment. We bring this subject up not to cause fear, for at your level of awareness it is not an issue. We want you to have a clear understanding of how energy works. Energy always seeks to align with like energy because there is only one and that one is always seeking oneness whether the energy is high resonating or dense. Everything is energy in a state of vibration, be it high, fast, and light or dense, heavy, and dark. God is pure light unable to be seen or understood by limited human minds. As a person spiritually evolves, their energy becomes lighter and more refined. Everyone experiences energy but often does not know what it is that they are feeling, a sense of heaviness when going into certain businesses, often bars, antique stores, dirty or unkempt places, etc. The reason you are urged to spend time in nature is that the energy of untouched nature is more pure and of a higher vibration than in places where human thinking has created some concept of nature, what it should be or look like. The energy of churches is easily felt by almost everyone because it is a group energy. If the church is one of love and truth, you may want to sit, stay a while, and simply bask in the energy. However, if it is a church of judgment, criticism, rigidity, sin and damnation from a punishing God, you may just want to leave. Because the energy of earth is becoming more refined, people are more sensitive to the energy around them. You may feel anxious or fearful for no reason other than that you have allowed yourself to align with the energy of the collective or some person. Never claim any negative emotion, symptom, illness, problem, etc. as being personally yours, because these things are not God ordained and are therefore always impersonal. When you claim anything as being personally yours, it becomes yours because as embodied divine consciousness you are creators. Consciousness is the substance of form and there is no unmanifest consciousness. This does not mean you deny, resist, or pretend something isn't bothering you, but rather you acknowledge it for what it is, not giving it power. Churches first came about long ago as a way to ease suffering and be sanctuaries of healing and rest for a very dense world. However, as with so many things, their original purpose was taken over by those seeking power, self-aggrandizement, and financial gain. Many of today's organized religions continue to hold members in bondage to fear with false teachings of heaven, hell, Satan, and a judging, punishing God. Because most of you have lived lives under the influence of these false teachings, you may still carry aspects of them in your energy field where they may still be influencing your view of the world. The only God there is your own divine consciousness and that of every person in all life forms seen and unseen, devas, fairies, elementals, and more. Everything is made of the one same substance, divine consciousness. Heaven is not a place, it is a state, is consciousness that a person creates for themselves, just as is hell. There remain many on the other side who, because of these false teachings, continue to wait for Jesus to come and save them. Some have been waiting for centuries. They will be waiting a long time because beliefs of heaven and hell do not exist in the master consciousness of Jesus. Many of you work with these dear ones at night, helping to guide them out of the particular hell or purgatory their belief system has created and toward allowing themselves to open and become receptive to the healing, help, light, and love that awaits them. God is all. God is. Nothing else exists. Release everything and anything you may still be holding in consciousness contrary to this truth. You are ready. We are the Arcturian group.